The political world was shaken today as a deeply personal family feud spilled onto the national stage. Caroline Kennedy, daughter of President John F. Kennedy, publicly denounced her cousin Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in a scathing letter addressed to the Senate. This letter comes just days before RFK Jr. RSSE confirmation hearing for the position of Health and Human Services Secretary. In it, Caroline doesn't mince words, labeling her cousin a predator who preys on the vulnerable. Caroline's letter paints a disturbing picture of RFK Jr., alleging a pattern of manipulative behavior. This isn't just a political disagreement, it's a serious accusation that strikes at the heart of RFK Jr.'s character. The timing just before his confirmation hearing is significant. It raises questions about his fitness for office and casts a long shadow over his nomination. This very public airing of family grievances is unusual for Caroline Kennedy, who has historically been private about family matters. However, the gravity of the situation, she argues, necessitated her speaking out. The health of the nation, she posits, is at stake. The accusations in Caroline's letter are serious, and if true, they paint a deeply disturbing picture of RFK Jr. The Senate, tasked with confirming his appointment, now faces a difficult decision. Will they heed the warnings of a Kennedy, or will they dismiss them as a family feud? The answer could have lasting consequences for the country. Caroline Kennedy's letter doesn't just level a general accusation, it provides specifics. She alleges that RFK Jr.'s predatory behavior extends beyond his immediate family to include parents of sick children. These parents, desperate for answers and cures, are particularly vulnerable to RFK Jr.'s brand of anti-vaccine rhetoric, she claims. The letter suggests that RFK Jr. uses his family name and legacy to gain the trust of these vulnerable individuals. He then, according to Caroline, exploits their trust for his own personal and financial gain. This accusation of exploiting vulnerable individuals cuts to the core of RFK Jr.'s public persona. He's built a career on challenging the status quo and questioning authority, particularly in the realm of health and vaccines. However, Caroline's letter casts doubt on his motives. It suggests that his actions are not driven by genuine concern, but by a desire for personal gain. This raises serious ethical questions about his fitness to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. Perhaps the most damning accusation in Caroline's letter is the charge of hypocrisy leveled against RFK Jr. While publicly advocating against vaccines, he has ensured that his own children are vaccinated, according to Caroline. This discrepancy between his public stance and private actions raises serious questions about his true beliefs and motivations. Caroline's letter goes on to highlight RFK Jr.'s financial interests in litigation against Merck, a pharmaceutical company that produces the HPV vaccine. This revelation further fuels the perception of hypocrisy, suggesting that his anti-vaccine stance is financially motivated. This accusation of profiting from anti-vaccine sentiments is particularly concerning given the position he seeks to fill. The Secretary of Health and Human Services plays a crucial role in shaping public health policy, including vaccination programs. If RFK Jr. is indeed motivated by personal financial gain, it raises serious concerns about his ability to make impartial decisions in the best interest of public health. Caroline Kennedy's letter has thrown RFK Jr.'s confirmation hearing into turmoil. What was once considered a contentious but potentially successful nomination is now shrouded in controversy. The Senate is now tasked with not only evaluating his qualifications, but also investigating the serious accusations leveled against him. The stakes are incredibly high. The Department of Health and Human Services oversees critical aspects of the nation's health, including vaccination programs, disease prevention, and healthcare access. Appointing someone accused of exploiting vulnerable individuals and profiting from fear could have devastating consequences for public health. The reactions to Caroline's letter have been swift and divided. Some view it as a brave act, a necessary intervention to protect the public from a dangerous individual. Others see it as a betrayal, a public airing of dirty laundry that should have remained private. Regardless of where one stands on the issue, one thing is clear: RFK Jr.'s confirmation hearing will be a referendum not just on his qualifications, but also on his character. The nation will be watching closely as the Senate grapples with this complex and consequential decision.